Hello everyone, and welcome to another run of ShapeHero Factory. Today, I'm going to be playing some more Spellmaster. I found that the last couple games I really enjoyed, and not because I'm a little burnt out from the Minion Master from the demo, but again, I'm just enjoying the Spellmaster play, so I decided that that's probably going to be the Ascension path that I'm going to be pursuing before I switch over to the Minion Master and try mastering them. But, quick note, since the last time I played, unfortunately, the game being in early access had an early access issue and all of the game data reset. So I had to sort of catch up to where I was before. But one of the other things to note is that I did some different builds in my other runs to try and catch back up and have seen most of the Spellmaster's stuff to offer. The only things I haven't really seen yet in their research tree is the Harpies. I haven't seen really the build on the Harpies and stuff like that. So if that comes up during this run, that's probably what I'm going to go just to sort of see what it's like. But yeah, I will have a little bit more talking points than the last time. And again, we're going to be climbing up to Ascension 2 this particular run. So let's get into it. All right, so in our starting tree, we have our good start. I am seeing a clear path that allows us to hit both of the mini bosses. This plant was going to be annoying since we don't usually have a barrier as this particular master, unless we get to the black hounds, the black dogs, which could set up some sort of barrier. These guys constantly launching stuff. This one's going to be a little more difficult too, having a barrier I need to burn through. With the fairies sort of randomly choosing which targets they're going to go. But that's probably the route that we're still going to attempt because those red research is a little too hard to pass up. But we're going to jump in here. First choice of spells. Before we do anything, we're going to look at our map. We do have a source of black, but that's it. We've got a red and black, blue and red. So we could theoretically get all of the colors in the first map expansion. Circle and square there allows us to build more fairies, but we would still be missing a blue source. So one way or another, we're not going to be able to get all of the colors with the first map expansion. So that's something to be conscious of. We got squares and circles here to build more fairies down here with the blue. Okay, so I think we're probably, if I do lightning, I would either need to use a color converter, the ink converter, sorry. Do I have, and I don't have any excess triangles on the map. I do have 2 excess circles. I don't have any triangles on the map. That's new. I don't know why, but I always thought they gave you at least one source of motifs. We don't have any triangles on the map, so not only would we need to get our color, but we would also need to get triangles as well. Although blue and green doesn't make the yellow that we need. So we're probably just not going to do lightning right off the bat because getting the appropriate resources for it would be difficult. Blue has 2 options in the future, and it would get us our triangle source over here. So we'll probably, right off the bat, we're probably going to be going left to get this blue-green and open up this triangle. So we're probably not going to be using spells too early on, but let's grab the water shot because I think that's more in line with some of the things that I want to do. Because if we go the harpy, obviously we'll have an abundance of circles to do. We can always convert that with the harpy. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is a blue or purple. I don't actually know because, again, I haven't gone this particular harpy route. But I know that if we are going to go the dogs, one of these is blue. This one I think is just blue. And then there's some red up here. But anyway, we're probably going to go with a shot of water here. Yay, recycle tech. I haven't really learned how to use that appropriately yet. This would get us that triangle that we need, but we also don't necessarily need triangles for a lot of the Spellmaster stuff. We need triangles here. The dogs don't need triangles. Obviously circles here for the harpies. We don't have a source of red for the salamanders, and if we ever did get to the dragon, we would just need yellows and more circles, which we do have an abundance of. So given the first choice, we're probably going to be going dogs or harpies this particular route in general. In fact, I may need to re-roll if I won't have the funds for it on the first re-roll. But actually, no. In retrospect, Boulder might have been good because I do already have tons of circles. But the choice has already been made. We're probably going to do minions just because, again, we're going to need to focus a lot on our fairy pool and our minion spree for the very beginning. But as always, we're going to pause. One of the things that I've taken to doing lately, or as giving a try, is I have been using my relocation to take these two larger motif sections and put them together so that I can create a long string of a long string of my initial fairy production right here. And this is actually a beautiful location for it with all of this open real estate before hitting any other motifs. But before that, we are going to calculate where we need to go for our initial fairy production. 1, 2, so motif, divider, open space. So this is our first line. This divider is right here. So I get that down. I'm going to remove this, place it down here. Nope, I'm one too close. Nope, come on. There we go. All right. So we're just getting our initial production lines down. One of the other things that I've taken to doing a lot lately is pausing any time that I am not actively building, even if I already intend on doing another movement, just to save that little bit of extra time. Cool. All right. First wave fairy production is down. We can start on the next one, just to make sure that we get our good foundation. Wrong way. 140 I need for the last two, so I can't quite finish this yet, but we can start getting everything lined up. I need to start creating this with a space in between so that I don't have to do this like that. But I've already used the relocation, so that's what it's going to be for this run. But minor efficiencies. And I needed that here. Oh, I need one more unlocked starting mana from the research tree before I can get two fully functional sets of fairies up and running in the first round, which would be nice. It would be nice to have two. Oops, I need to do that. That's it. Cool. And then with that, I'm just going to fast forward because there is no more work that I'm going to be able to get done. But if I start planning in the future for the dogs, obviously if I can get another sort of couple rounds of fairies here, I can do the dog production just to the left of the portal. And we're going to speed up one tick just because we always know that we win this one. Maybe speed up another tick because these guys aren't spawning as fast as I thought they would. Wave clear. All right, so I think we always go down. Research would be nice, but unfortunately at present moment, I don't have tons of stuff to spend it on. Minions are going to be nice, but I'm not in desperate need of them at the beginning. Again, fairies alone can carry me usually up until this point without too much issue. So I think we're going to try and develop our hero base. Again, if we can get a black dog from this one right here, we almost assuredly always go plant. So let's see what we got. Black dog. That's exactly what we're looking for in this particular run. Again, we don't have red for the salamander, and I'm not producing water shot right now, so I'm not going to spend that slot on an extra star. Black dog is just what our map is currently built for at present time. So, whoops. Yes, always mana. Always mana in the beginning. So, we can finish here without too much with just conveyor. We've already got the motif makers, we just need the conveyors to do that right there. Yes. Yeah. All right, so we just need the conveyors, which means we can start setting up black dog production right here. I'm going to offset it a little bit from what our current builds are, because I'm going to be moving the fairy production further out this way, especially as I start getting upgraded and increased sort of motif creation. I'm going to be able to get at least 4 sets of fairy production over here. So if that is to take account, my 4th set is going to be somewhere in this vicinity right here, so I'm going to be building my black dog build right here. The other big reason that I'm going to do that is so that also in the future, if I do continue the black dog progression tree, I will need blue or red, and I can easily sort of continue building that further down here and sort of create this space right here as all of my dog production instead of needing to do a bunch of reassignments. So I'm going to spend some extra mana in the beginning to build conveyors over here to get to the black dog production, but this allows me the space to continue expanding my dog production in the future once I continue progressing that tree, if that's what keeps coming up. But first, let's finish off this right here. That hurts. Next game, I will fix that. So, the other big thing is one of these canvases supplies 2 fairies per creation, and if I'm not mistaken, the dogs also take 2 seconds to build. So yeah, 2 seconds to build on the dogs, 2 seconds to build on the fairies. So 1 fairy platform can supply 2 dog canvases. Because again, each of them produce the same speed. 1 fairy produces 2 fairies, 1 dog, produces 2 dogs, but or I should say 1 canvas produces 2 dogs. So, what we're going to do is we're going to run this to the portal right now, just so that we can get them flowing in while I'm creating the dog production. But I'm going to quickly break off 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would be more efficient if I just put another divider here. Although if I 35, 60 is 90, that's, what is that? 20, that's 19, no that's not. 5, yeah, 20 is 100 mana. it's more cost efficient to just run conveyors at the moment instead of adding a divider and a joiner. That's what we're going to do. We're going to run a conveyor. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's barely more efficient than running. Yeah. All right. So once again, we are going to build the dogs a little bit offshoot from here so that we have all the space to build downward from here. And so we are going to make sure that we count out the appropriate space. If we do get down to production over here, we are going to need 3 spaces from 1, 2, 3. So this would be the diverter, which means this is the spot that we are building our dogs. All right. So with that, we can start building out dogs. Is that where I want this? Okay. And inks now. Uh, 58 left. All right, this is looking good so far. Dogs is a good route. I'm not going to confirm that I think it's the best yet because I don't know if it's the best. But okay, so this gets us 35, which is 7 conveyors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I can produce that right here. And I can produce that right there, yeah. So let's get this connection. That goes there, and then that makes that. Cool. Dog production is now in effect. Cool. We're going to speed up because there's not going to be much that we can get done this round. Again, now that we've got the dogs in play, we can easily do that first mini boss that we've got. I'm not going to do minion production yet, but I think this is probably what I'm going to build out mostly first. Our upgraded conveyor doesn't do much at the moment because these are already efficiently working their path. If I did do that, I could upgrade one of these routes or upgrade this route and just have these funnel into that. But again, at the moment, I don't think that is necessary. Let's see what other researches we get unlocked to see if spending those research points is more beneficial further down the road. Especially because deleting just a couple conveyors isn't going to allow me to up production of the rest of the stuff yet. But we can also prepare for the next round. Because I think dog production is what we do. All right. Once again, we're going to speed up a bit because we know we always win this one. Almost at 500 fairies. I should have just waited. All right, so we don't finish this ring of the dogs yet, which is something that I want to do. So instead of building out more fairy production to make sure we make it to the second star, I want to build that second batch of the black dogs so that we can make sure that we sort of complete that ring around our crystals so that we can make sure we've got a good blocker up for this guy right here. But this route right here is going to be nice because it allows us to get that flame, which will allow us to upgrade that dog. Because that's going to be our star for the first several levels. We're not producing water yet, so I don't know if upgrading this is going to be the best solution. But on the upside, one of the things I could do is I do know that for the spells, this right here does use the blue dog. So if I get this upgraded spell, I could actually progress the spell route a little bit later into this run if I want to keep that option open. Or I can secure a 2-star in the fairies, because at some point I will be producing 2-star fairies. So I think I'm going to take the icicle shot. One of the things I think I'm learning is that there's always going to be enough campfires to level up my units if need be, but getting the appropriate spells and hero recipes in place is a little bit harder. So again, we're going to grab icicle shot here just so we can open up that spell path later if that turns out to be more beneficial. So what are we doing here? We're going to finish dog production, because that's what's going to save us for the this upcoming boss fight. The question is, do I just run this down here and loop it up here, or do I run a joiner followed by a divider over here? The divider would be a little less mana efficient, because again, each divider joiner combo is 95 mana, and this is already going to have to exist. I guess if I do the joiner and divider, I will be deleting all of this path. I still think that's a little more efficient. So let's finish building out the cannons first, actually. Flip. I gotta make sure I rebuild this real fast. Let's go over, no, there, not there. That's excess. That's not excess. All right. Can't pause there. Okay, that's the building there. More mana for this round. Usually once I get to level 5, after I get that little bit of extra mana, 3.7 I think it is the next upgrade, is usually when I start thinking about something other than mana. But usually I like try getting my mana up to about 4 per second before I start pursuing other level upgrades, because again, mana is really what makes these first early game successful or not, is getting to build out your entire foundation before you start upgrading said foundation. All right. Why is this still doing the scribbles? Anyway. All right, we're going to start looking to fulfill our fairy production a little bit further. We can start setting all this up. That's not going to be enough mana yet. There. We're going to speed up a little bit because we aren't going to be finishing this mana production, this fairy production, this particular block. Come on. Oh, I know what I've been doing in the past. I shifted these guys up. Okay. I know where I messed up for my more recent builds. Is usually I put a guy on top here to sort of wrap around here, so I've moved these two up. But again, that's not gonna... Yeah, so I wasn't going to... I don't need to pause. All right, mini boss. Let's see how we do. Our dog production is faster than our fairy production. But again, we've got this nice little barrier to protect these little guys from getting, because these dogs always defeat these little mini guys. Honestly, the dogs are just a solid a solid beast or a spellmaster minion. They're comparable to the shield bearers from the minion master, because they create this nice little barrier that blocks these little smaller dudes, but also projectiles from some of the other mini bosses and bosses. I know the second tree's boss also shoots projectiles. But spoiler, the other advancement in the dog tree more or less does the same sort of pattern where it builds sort of this ring around you. But when it comes to the further tech tree in this one, if you haven't done the black dog before, is they start expanding out from the crystals. So they become not only sort of defensive blockers, but also your sort of board clearing as well. Cool. We've successfully done that. This actually isn't bad, getting this so early. This is just a free unlock. It might not always be the unlock I want, but a free unlock is a free unlock. So, we're going up to this guy because I think we can survive him. We might take some damage. I think he might make it through the black dog circle, but admittedly a little damage at this point isn't the end of the world. Ooh. I think with our current build, motif conversion isn't the best thing in the world. It would be nice if we did start building out the water to convert into the triangles from the 2 little circle batches we have, but ink utilization tech is also very beneficial for the Spellmaster. I'm currently only using black, but let's see. If I did, I don't think the utilization tech helps with mixers, but if we did get the utilization tech and we did go into the blue route, I would have to be relying on a single source of blue, which would not be ideal. But if we get the utilization tech, we can open up more spots on that blue and make it a little bit more efficient. We can always ensure that we have a good production here, especially since we do have the water shot as our spell. It would probably be better to ensure that we can use the blue to the best of our ability, and we can always find triangles and other stuff elsewhere. It wouldn't be, again, the best, but I think that's always the correct choice. Over here, we are already hitting our black dog upgrade to level 1 star, so I think we take that. Once again, black dog's going to be one of the backbones to our build this round, this particular run. 3.6. Yep, we're going to take this one more, and now we are going to start looking at other upgrades for the rest of the game. We might still take some more mana, but depending on what other researches we get. What did we get with a free upgrade? Was the ink dropper on here. All right. So 20% on 3 isn't going to bring that down at all, so we're going to save that for the moment. But I think once we can upgrade both the circle and the square to 25, so the next 2 levels, we're going to start putting minions onto all of these fairy stuff, and we're going to start upgrading our conveyors and stuff like that. But at the current moment, there's still just no major benefit for the upgraded conveyors. We could, I guess if we did do the upgraded conveyors, we could save a little bit of money here. But at the same time, I still don't know if that's the most cost efficient. But one way or another, our goal for this particular round is going to be building out our fairy production here. Oh, this just looks like a mess. I need to get this better in future runs. So, I could also clean this up. It only saves me 1 conveyor having to remove these little kinks right here. 2 conveyors, actually, if I shifted these guys up to get these straight lines. Which isn't a net save, it just plays on my sanity seeing things like that. Black dog production. What's the best route for this? If I do another 2 here, I could, in effect, start getting a lot of black dogs. But first things first, we're going to finish building out this. We're also going to use our slowdown just to make sure that we can get the most minions in this particular run as possible, because I also have to do some reworking here in order to make this all work out new again. So first off, this comes down into there. These guys are going to be producing here. That goes there. You build out over here. I do kind of want to just fix that now. I'm going to. Okay. One of the reasons I also like doing this particular here is as I continue building the rate at which we produce the motifs in general, is there's a nice little combination here. If you do a splitter here on this particular route and then a joiner up here, you can essentially funnel this guy onto 2 tracks, especially if you can get an upgraded motif maker to sort of super produce out of this one. You can get one guy sort of helping supply 2 chains, which will allow us to continue this fairy production a lot further than just those 4 pairs, those 8 canvases that I was talking about a little bit earlier. But with that, we finish that link right there, which continues our full production of dogs. So, what is our current production? We are still climbing. And we're going to get out of slowed time. We are still... well, we're still climbing in our pipes because we didn't produce there. But, I think... I'm going to continue doing black dogs right here. I'm going to do 2 more rounds of black dogs. And then these guys right here are almost exclusively just going to be pumping fairies in for the rest of the game. While any extra fairy production right here is going to go to making sure we've got black dog production. But these 2 black dog right here aren't going to be up and running this. Well, they could be up and running. In fact, I'm going to make them up and running. Yeah, we're going to make this up and running. Oops, I don't need to do that. That's what I need. Okay. So we got that right there. We're going to take one of these fairies and we're going to run it into these because 1 canvas can supply 2 of the black dogs. I'm going to wait just a little bit longer just to make sure that I can get that 500 count on the fairies, because I think 4 canvases is what's going to be necessary to do that throughout the course of the game. Or at least a little bump, but I guess I can finish building out the rest of what I need for this. That goes there. At the minute marker, I'm going to make this join. Speed up just a bit. Okay. And then with that, we're not going to be able to do much else on this particular round. So we are going to just sort of play it out. All right, at this point, what am I looking at for researches? Conveyors are going to be nice, and I can and I will buy every time I will buy this upgraded conveyor. So I don't think it hurts to buy it now because we've got the makings for it. Honestly, this wouldn't be bad once we start with triangle production. I wouldn't mind trying this out at some point. Obtain a random motif source. I feel like I'd like to try this just to see what this is at some point, because out of all of the times I've gotten research tech, I've just never touched it. And the only reason I'm not doing minions yet is because I don't have a means of keeping up with them. Right now, each of the... first off, we are just going to start upgrading our motifs. The reason for it is one of these guys produces one every 1 second. These produces every 2 seconds. So one of these guys can properly supply 2 of these guys. So upgrading these with extra minions doesn't help at all because these guys can't keep up with that production yet. So we're going to hold off on the minions until we can make sure we start getting these motif generations. Once I can get another level up in 125 in the square, we'll start upgrading our minions and start supplying these guys with increased production speed. But we're just going to hold on to all of our excess mana for the next round until we can, again, start getting this increased motif speeds over here. And with that, we go into the mini boss fight. And again, 535 is important because it's nice that those two match up perfectly. But again, holding on to the extra fairy production for just that little bit of extra time got us to that 535 and that 1 star instead of just funneling them straight into the dogs immediately. But with that, we are going to speed up just a little bit just to make this go a little faster. Does Black Dog beat? That does not. All right, so how much damage is this going to be? All right. I think that's a third. A little less than a third. That's okay. We're in a good place. If a third of damage is what it takes to get... Okay. This isn't the worst thing, especially if we start getting hero recipes that just don't benefit us later in the game, because I'm not going to start branching off into salamanders and other stuff. Right now, we're in a good place. I don't think we need the mana, per se. Right now, what we really need is another level up so we can start with our square motifs. So I think we risk it with the surprise event, because those usually can get pretty beneficial. Of course. I don't know. I don't think this is worth it. I don't think this is ever worth it. Really what it does is it helps with the rerolls. And there are some other surprise events that use the carrots to make use of, but I don't think the gamble is worth it. Having an abundance of them doesn't really make or break games at this point, I've experienced. So I'm just going to ignore it, because having those 2 assured rerolls is still better than having no rerolls later. But what's going on here? Oh, I'm probably going to need more ink. Yeah, the pipes are dry. All right. So, need more ink to supply the well, which should help with that. So, what is our goal for this round? We're almost to level 7, so I can probably start with the minion production. Yeah, I'm probably just going to start with the minion. I'm going to keep this unpaused because, again, I need to hit that level before I can really do much extra work. Right now, I don't know if... And I think we spend this... I think we spend this. The other big thing is once I upgrade these, the conveyor belts have to be upgraded if I'm going to maintain efficiency. So it doesn't hurt to just get these upgraded now while we're waiting for level 7. It slightly pains me to see that, so I'm going to slap down some minions on here real fast. All right, level 7. We can get our square production right here, which means that these minions on here help productivity. What does this do? So right now we're producing at 0.8 times 2 would be 1.60 seconds or 160. Okay, so one minion on here is still enough to maintain. These are still going to produce just a little bit faster than, yeah, these are still going to produce just a little bit faster than the canvases can do, which isn't the end of the world. That's not true. I think I would rather have these a little bit faster than these production right here, because this is just wasted, whereas these going a little bit faster than this isn't necessarily wasting that. So that's what I think we do. We still have 3 research left, so we tap into that to make sure we have that. And we are going to produce 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's all the minions we got. Do I spend my remaining 2 research on these guys? What else do I want to spend it on? I want to spend it on at some point, but that's not necessary yet. Until these guys can get down to 1 second, these conveyors don't necessarily mean much yet. I'm not spending a lot on pipes right now, so I don't need this. I'm not backed up on this, and I haven't touched the research. So yeah, let's do that. So what do we need to do? If we're going to be doing this, we need to make sure we're keeping up with these guys. 167. We'll keep producing there. 1, 2. So now I just need all of the research to make sure that everything's minioned up. But one of the big things about this particular game is usually you can do one of 2 things built into this game. Is either A, you can increase the efficiency that these canvases and just your things in general create the objects, or you can increase the amount of motif generation you have and increase the amount of production you have in general. So it's either the efficiency or the level of production. I think in this game, since we've already got the minions as a research tech tree, admittedly, we're probably just going to be focusing on the efficiency of our canvases instead of the number of our canvases. So since we've already got 6 down, and each of these guys can support essentially 2 canvases, that's probably the route that we're going to be looking at unless things change further down the road. Like after we defeat the first boss here, Explodo, and see what... this isn't backed up yet, so I'm not worried about that. These guys are doing okay. Let's slap one down there. Yep. But again, we'll see what the course of this one brings us. Gonna speed up 1 tick. Okay, I think we're gonna be okay. Again, the dogs seem to be enough to grind down Explodo to the point where he does his relocation. So we're not likely going to be taking damage during this particular boss fight. It's just those shield and mini bosses that really go through a lot. Unless you have stuff dedicated to destroying it, it usually pierces a lot of your defenses, for the Spellmaster specifically. Alright. Going to attack, below 4. This is really nice. I don't know if this is worth it. Attack below 4. Attack is 4, and attack is 4. So there, at our current build, is nothing. I didn't realize that was only 2 damage, but I think one of the other big things is this slows. Or does this just last longer? Oh, it just lasts longer. Gotcha. I was just like, that's not a lot of damage, but it does last longer, and it has more health, can take more abuse than the sun or the fire version of them. But I think this is just the better choice overall, even if all of our stuff didn't already produce stuff. So right off the bat, I'm not doing a lot of spells, so I'm not immediately inclined to do that. Advanced Canvases is okay if... no, equipment. Advanced Canvas. They can't take minions. Okay, so... Canvases is nice. The only downside to Canvases is I would overproduce. I would outproduce the motif generation. So I wouldn't really be able to use this right away. I would have to hope after the second boss to get some sort of motif generation. Or I just pump all of my level ups into these motif generations. Expanding the scroll. What do I think about expanding the scroll? I don't really like these. What I've experienced with the scroll expansion is just eats up so much research in order to actually expand your scroll. So it just isn't as cost efficient, I think, for what you gain. The question really is, if I take this, is do I continue with just the dog? Because I haven't seen what this final dog tree is, but I do know that this ice spell is really nice. I think the next chance we get, we always take the blue dog if it's available. If it isn't available, we reroll. Because one way or another, we're either going to take one of these two dogs. Actually, I think that's it. The next time we get a hero recipe, we're going to roll for one of these dogs. Preferably the blue, because we can't use the third one until the third round. But even if we do get... You know what? I think we do this in the off chance that we do get the spell over the upgraded dog tree, because we've already got the minions and are already overproducing on our canvases. Sure, we wouldn't be getting the advance at the beginning, but we do have some source of canvas generation. And this is only Ascension level 2, so it's not like this choice really impacts whether or not we win the game or not. So let's grab this. Right off the bat, we're going towards the top. This guy will pierce through the black dogs, which isn't ideal, but we should be able to survive. This guy might also pierce the black dog. Now that I think about it, the black dogs might not be able to protect from both of these two. Hero recipe, a double right here. I do need more hero recipes, and this board doesn't offer a lot of that initially. This fire would be nice, because we can upgrade our black dogs, because we're already hitting the level 2 cap. One way or another, let's just go here. Again, we're already hitting our black dogs, so we take that. Because we're not in imminent fear of losing. Alright, so I think we go over here. Again, we've already got the blue. For our water, we need the squares. We need squares for water shot. Yeah, squares for water shot. Plus, this is where we have a lot of space off. We've already kind of blocked off this section, plus we just need blue. We could go down here. Squares in blue. The only reason we would actually need to go over here... Actually... Blue and black. We've already got a source of black. This is more alignment with what I'm already producing. Again, this is only Ascension level 2, so it's not like this decision maker breaks us. I don't need green for anything. I need red. But having this green right here could allow us to use the converter. But we've also got black down here. I think black... Not like it matters. If we take this corner right here, we unlock this. Square and circle, more fairy production. I think... So for the hammers, if I do go the route right here, I will need hammers in order to get the stars, which is a bunch of squares. If I choose this corner right here, that'll get us both the squares. Oh, that's all squares. Pretty much everything has squares. Everything has squares. But this has black right here, which I will need for the hammer. So I think I'm going to go down here so that I'll have this source of black to help with hammer production, so that I can ensure hammer production, regardless of which corner I take. And again, we're at the point where we just need to create motif generation so we can continue getting minions. And since we just did the spell generator, we are going to start using that spell generator to ensure we've got a lot of water shots. And we've actually got the expanded, so we can do the green and blue, of course. I did need green, but that's okay. Yeah, okay, so I've got blue right here. I'll just have to spend some extra money to convert to black, but again, that was one of the outcomes. I just wanted to use this black more for the hammers that I know I will be getting. So, water shots right here with the squares. Obviously, this is a pretty clear line right here. I'm going to need to run right here. Nope, I need to make ink jars for spells. I always forget that. So, what am I doing? One of these can barely support 2. I should have upgraded the square instead of the circle on that. When one of these can barely support 2 canvases on the mini motifs. So let's do that real fast. Let's build 2 canvases over here with the expectation of getting to 4. We're going to get 4 water, not canvases, but the generators. What does this eat? Into jars board used and upgraded. Okay. I don't have the research for this, but when using an ink jar, it consumes 3 times the ink but creates 2 spells. Alright. 3 times the ink but creates 2 spells. Does this just create stuff faster? Is that what this does? Or does it create more of them? Stop it. Zoom here. 250. Production time 1 second. Wait, what? This is longer production time. Why is that the case? I don't actually know what the difference is. You know what? We're going to do that thing where we experiment. Motif, underground, space for that. Motif, underground, space, pop out, divider here. Okay. Let's see what the differences are. All right. 6. There. Ink there. I need jars. Let's go down here. I don't know if... Let's do that, just so that I don't have to do a little weird kink up there. Conveyors. All right. 1859, we definitely have more than enough to... Oh, I need mixers if I'm going to do the upgraded. And I need this. I need to spend my last 2 research to get this if I do want to produce the icicle shots. These are 80 each. Oof. Yeah. Icicle shots are not bad, and it's nice to work on a production for them now. If it does work out that I need to continue making them in the end. So, let's... What do these produce? I don't know what the speeds. 133. I don't understand. How are these better? These just produce faster. Is the only benefit to these the upgrade for them? Are these things only beneficial once you get their upgrade? I'm not reading this wrong, right? Production time 1.33. It produces 1 every... What? Why is the 1.33 production time? I'll need to look into that post game. I'm not going to spend too much brain power right now. Okay, so those are producing, those are adding. We need to make a light blue. So this needs to do a conversion to green. This blue needs to convert to blue by being itself. We can do 4 mixers here. We can do 4 mixers here. I don't know if 1 blue will be able to support that. We can always add a second drop once we get the research for it. I think 2 is good enough for now. Which one of these guys should easily be able to support? Here. We do this here. Oops. 5. Oops. Again. 5. Now for the converters. Nope. Green. All right, into inks. We've got the money. Might as well just build this out now. All right. What does it take? It takes 2 inks to produce 2. I don't understand how the production... Oh, what? Oh, why is the production time 2 seconds now when it was a second earlier? I was reading that wrong, right? No, what? I don't understand these. We're at 133 production time. Production speed is 0.75. Now we're at production time 2 seconds. Production speed. No. Okay, no. These are just better. Okay. Okay, yeah. Apparently, these are just better. Okay. 250 each. Let's do 2 of them. Joiner, underground, pop up, divider needs to go here. Squares. Don't think I need so much of this. I don't need to dedicate one of these to 2 of these, I don't think. Right? Production time is 2 seconds. Production time is 2 seconds. I only need 1 spell shot, so theoretically, with these producing 3, one of these should be able to handle 3 of these. So let's just, whoopsie, not that, this one. I guess I could produce a 3rd one. I got the money, might as well just make these upgraded now. Oops, make sure that's connected. Okay. Alright, icicle shots being produced. Do I add a 3rd one? What I need 35, 250. So yeah, I could do it. I could build it out. I have the mana for it. Let's do it. Just in case. I just don't know if 2 mixers can supply 3 ink makers. I don't know that efficiency breakdown yet. Here's hoping. Oops, that needs to connect. All right. And then that's all we can do, so we're going to speed up for the rest of this round. And now I need to remember to actually aim my cursor because I'm shooting spells now. I forgot that the icicle shots do pierce, so that would be really good against the second boss, or the first mini boss, the little minion train. I forget the name of it off the top of my head right now. Hour time. Speed up just 1 tick. Black dogs are so good. All right, what are we doing? Serpens is its name. I think we go there. I don't think there's any other route that makes sense. This would be nice because we could upgrade our water shot. But I don't think that's necessary. Especially this gets us research, but all of this gets us research. The question is a surprise event more valuable than either a hero recipe or another campfire, which I don't think it is. So I think we go up. Yes, I think we're in the phase where we're basically just pumping motifs. Or do I get this extra ink pool? I think this has merit. Now we've got 2 reds. I could potentially take this mega as well, but let's hold off until the 3rd level, the 3rd round. I think we take this. I think this just makes sense. And I don't think we need this quite yet, so we're not going to take that yet, which means we're going to continue our production over here just a little bit. I need to do that apparently. Let's do this. Let's just get this out of the way. It's not necessary per se, but it's... I can't believe I didn't do this earlier. Alright. Almost efficiency. We'll take that. Okay. How are we keeping up? 1 per second. Apparently not great over here. We do have a build up, so I think we need more ink production here. How do I do this efficiently? We got 2 more mixers that we can put in here. And let's just put those down because I think they always go down. If I actually, if I just move this one forward, this can bend. Okay, yeah, cool. Actually, now I need to get into this space. With that right here. How do I do that? I need to stop time. I'm doing that thing where I'm thinking and running time. I could just come up and loop over this pipe here into this section. It feels janky, but it should work. Yep, regrettably. Yeah, it feels a little bad, but I don't see an easier way to do it right now. Green, green. Finish the pipe. All right, the question is, does this get enough blue and black? I think right now the black is going to be the underproducing of the 2. Just to make sure these are running at peak efficiency, let's add this extra in. Since we've got it, might as well add this one in over here. It's not like I need all of this extra mana at the current moment. We'll have to look into downsizing that later if need be. All right. Mana production, or I should say spell production. Each of these can support 3 of these, but clearly our blue is not keeping up with the current production needs over here. So let's focus on that. Let's build another 2 over here. Let's just link these so that we ensure that we have enough ink to do everything that we need to. I think we're going to slow down time just to ensure that we can get all of this production done that we need. So we're going to shift this up here. We're going to shift this here. We're going to do that split, that joining. Join here, join here. Here, we're going to loop this around to ensure that all of these pipes have the necessary flow. We already did that. What am I doing? Nope, not that. Oh, not that. Back. This one's on the paper bar. There we go. Sure that we've got that there. All right, that should be getting enough ink to generate those and keep those constantly flowing. Let's do this. 2 of these. Produce every 1 second. So one of these cannot keep up with two of these. If I bring these efficiencies down to this, it could. Let's actually do this as well. Oops, it's slow time, not stop time. Let's add this one. Okay, divider goes here. Okay. Let's do that whole thing that we need to do. Stop it. That goes there, that goes there. You move down here, you continue on. You go there. Okay. Why isn't this producing? Okay, it is. It's strange. Anyway. Alright. I do need to work on my spell efficiency stuff later. This doesn't look absolutely atrocious, but clearly there could be improvements. All right, we go into the next fight. Once again, we need to aim. Yeah, I know, I want to win too. Here you are. Alright, this shouldn't be as bad as I thought it would be. First guy's going to get through. It looks like the wolves are actually going to do a pretty good job at cleaning up the extra things. For those of you guys that don't know, in order to defeat this mini boss, you just need to defeat its followers in order to kill him. You don't need to defeat the actual lead person. He's just there to sort of soak damage from any projectiles that your build may be doing. And with that, we could speed up a tick. Alright, wave clear. We move on to the next one. Yay! This doesn't help me in the slightest. I'm torn about these relics. I've yet to make use of any of them so far. Alright. What do we need? If we go with this guy, we're going to have a hard time because we don't have a lot of stuff that breaks his shell reliably. So we're probably going to take that hit. That being said, we do have a blocker for this boss with our black dogs, so I don't think we are going to lose by going into him. But this hero recipe is desired. That being said, I don't know if we'd be able to beat this guy either. I think one way or another we're probably going to be taking damage on this fight. So let's take the damage with the most reliable. Ooh, oh, I love transfer tech. Does ink jars count for part production? I think I asked that before and I don't remember the answer for it. No, they're resources, not parts. It feels wrong, but I think we take transfer tech. That would solve some of our issues in the future. Yes, this every time. There is no question. This is what we need. We're already making this for our spell. We just need to... Yeah, I mean, we take this without question every time. All right, so now that we have to teleport tech, we have a little bit more mobility in terms of our production. The issue is with the mixers and all of this lost ink to conversion, 3-to-1 is painful. We have a choice to make. Although we only need the ink itself, not the jars for the hounds. So if I do hound production over here, I can do a portal here to that. Just a quick look. 4-second production makes 1. This is a 2-second production unaltered. So one of these theoretically would be able to supply 4 of these canvases. 2 seconds produces 2, so every 4 seconds you would produce 4 of them, and every 4 seconds we produce 1. So 4 dogs can support, or 1 dog canvas can support 4 of these guys. Unadjusted from minion production and other things like that. So let's start building this out right here, because I think that's just the best thing to do. I think the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to add 2 more mixers here. 2 more mixers to help add to this right here, and then we can run this pipe over here and start connecting to the production over here. Teleporters. Oh, cool, that's right, I forget. We with our extra relic, we get an Usher Leash unlocked, which is awesome. 1. We have a lot of this. I think, honestly, we're probably going to be spending it on this eventually, because research, or portal tech, is one of the best conveyor management systems in the game, I would argue. All right, first things first, we're laying canvases down. 4 canvases. If we run the blue line here, sort of jump this gap right here, I would need 2 spaces at a minimum to space out. Let's do that. All right. All right, that's all backed up there, meaning we could also increase our fairy production, which means we can run more lines over here. What do we want to do first? Let's get this wolf production up, and then we'll fix this whole scenario up here. Because I don't have tons, I don't have unlimited money. I still need 2 more mixers, 100 each is 200. The piping, I got 2 free portals. The portals are free currently. I need 2 splitters right here. It's going to be another 60, so that's 120 plus the 200 is 320 so far. I save money here, 130, but I have to do another splitter here to get to the portals. And then I have to run the conveyors, so that shouldn't be any more than 500. Plus these 2 ink converters is another 80. I don't know how much more money we're going to have to finish this up here. We're probably not going to get too far on that, but we are going to slow down time just to ensure that we can get as much of this done as possible. It doesn't really matter because piping doesn't work the same way as conveyors. We're going to do this. We're actually going to save just that extra 5 because efficiency. That portal's going to be here, to here, portal there, into there. We are going to run a mixer over here and over here. How do we do this? We can do... No. We need to run the blue in. We've got this. We can go in here. Yep. We go in. We go down. We go there. Blue connects to that. I said blue connects to the... Oh. Okay. Is this smart? Should I have given this a gap? It only costs us an extra 10-ish because I want to try and get an extra one here on the black. Is that needed? I mean, let's do it just to be safe. It's not like we're hurting for time right now. We're in slow. So I need the gap and a pipe, which is what that is, gap and pipe. There. Jump. This gap. No, let's do one here. It's there. Run into that. Goes down again. We have a dropper up here. Connect to the line. Too far. There. Whoops. So actually, I guess we could just do that. Whoops. Nope. I'm doing things. Another slow. Okay. This goes to green. This goes to green. We run pipes to this line. We bridge this gap. Connect there, and there, and connect there. Whoops, and connect there. All right. Those are up and running. I need to make that connection to the dogs, which I hadn't done yet. I don't need, they're not going to produce enough to warrant the upgraded belts yet. Yep, I did run out. I guess I saved that. All right. Oh. Yep, I think that's pretty much all I can do for this. I just need to make sure that these actually get enough ink production. If these don't, I will need to start cutting some of the Let's run this real fast just to see. All right, so it is just these guys are eating up so much of the ink. We are producing over there. We have this guy and this guy. Is that all we needed? All right. What do we need? Research is beneficial at this point. We've got 2, so that we can get more teleporters, or we can start getting this. Honestly, these 2 research points don't save us enough money to make it worth it. That wouldn't be horrible, but I don't think it's necessary yet. In terms of red, we need 2, and we will probably need 1. I think... What do I think? I think we just start taking research and getting some more minions. I think minions are going to be beneficial at this point, just to sort of help increase efficiency. Plus, they are free, so I don't have to worry too much about all of that. Let's do that. Let's start working on that. Let's not take that yet. Let's not do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. You need some more increasing. All right, so this is our next project up here, is all of these fairies. So everything else seems to be running more or less smoothly. Then we could do this. Yes, okay. So we're going to speed this up because there's not much more we can do this round. We are going to make this change just so that... Oops. Once we start building this production out, we don't need to do that later. And I could do that too, but I don't have time. All right, aim at baddie. Where is baddie spawning? You need to take some damage early. There you are. All right, do 1 tick of the speed up. I guess if we could just slow him down and keep him there. We need to... All right, the dogs can take care of everything except for the bulkiest dudes, which I don't know if another one's going to spawn. Okay, boss is gone. Now we aim just towards the... You need to take some damage before you make it to the dogs. And then we just slowly spin around. So we are producing enough of the icicles to hit the first star, so if we ever get the opportunity, it doesn't hurt to do that. What are we hoping for? We can either unlock the fire dog or we can unlock the spell, the ultimate spell. Both of which would be beneficial. I think we do this. No, none of those. All right, fire dog. What are we doing for fire dog? We do need a star, which is the hammer, which is what we prepped for. It's a lot of motifs. We need red. We would need red. There's red here. We would need a star, circle, star, and red. Oops, this one. So there's a circle. We would get the star. We could take this square, break it down into the needed parts for the hammer. We can convert this red or this green to black to funnel into the hammers. Oh, that feels like a waste. Would it be easier to run the green over here? I don't know if it would. The only option to get our red. It's the only option to get a red. We could just waste ink with a converter, but we'd have to convert. Well, I guess if we got this green, this black would become our hammer source. We would need to convert this blue to a red in order to make the red for the star. With the teleporters, I don't necessarily need to worry about where I'm doing that production because it can just warp anywhere. So let's run a... Okay, let's do the wolf. The skull. I need scissors. So it's going to take 2 research to get the scissors and that. That will unlock in the 3rd stage. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so ink. Ink is just always going to be an issue, apparently. Let's do this. I do value the blue dogs a little bit more than I value the spells. I don't know if that's the correct call, but it is the call. I think we... what do we need? So this has to happen if we're going to get the red dogs. That always has to happen. I don't need any portals at the moment. But I'm going to once I get my red dog production up. So let's just continue with this. And let's just mass produce fairies. Alright. We're going to go into slow. Move that. That goes there. You go here. You come down to give us space to produce here. Okay. All right. We're going to do a lot of production lines here. As always, we need that there. We need that there. These are always going to come down here. All right, now to make sure that our lines can start producing. These all need to get updated to red. Mana remaining. All right, we're going to start doing this thing to make sure that we have enough on the upper line to supply 4 more. Because you are going here and here. We're going to be doing the same thing up here to make sure that we have enough production on these lines. Of course I run out of mana now. Huh. Actually, I can just do this. Alright. Now to do this rework. One of these can funnel that. So once these start hitting, I can do that. You can funnel into here. Unless you go here. You go here. And then you can start working your way towards the portal. Oh no, I need to shift these guys down. Okay. I'm gonna do... I can't do another slow. I don't have the mana. You go here, you go here. Okay. I think you might just make the most sense to loop up around here. Efficient? No, but it gets the job done. I mean, I guess realistically it is the most efficient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 70, 75. It's not worth spending for a portal yet. And we probably do that. Go there. Go to that. All right. Some of our baggage is done up here. I do need to take these guys and bring them over here so that I can make sure these are supplied. In fact, I'm going to take these guys off and move them to all of our wolf production. Okay, all of our wolf production is minioned up. Currently our squares are producing faster than our circles, so I expect this back up while our circles are still struggling a little bit. This is good. We're in a good place. Beat up. I need to get more ink. This is the boss fight. Yeah, alright. Once beat up, let's start shooting at this guy. So as you can see, the blue wolves are also spiraling much like the black wolves, but they do expand out to create some sort of attack function, which is really nice. But, again, with our black dog barrier, we can more or less block pretty much everything the boss throws at us, so now we just need to survive. And the blue dogs are doing enough to the stuff coming in. And just to give you a little sneak peek, the red dog does more or less the exact same thing. So when used in tandem, it's just sort of a outward spiral of the dogs. These are all, are they? Oh, all of those benefit. Actually, this just makes the most sense. Ooh, this is tough. I think I've upgraded my motif creation to the point that this doesn't benefit me as much. I'm already producing all the motifs that I need. This, on the other hand, solves my ink problem that I'm encountering with the blue wolves. It doesn't solve it, but it definitely helps it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Again, this is going to help, but it's not going to help as much as this is going to help. So we're going to take that. Okay. Oh, all right. We're going to back out and reload. of the downsides to playing in early access, but I will take the early access play for a game like this because it's a good game. All right, so boss here, boss here. This guy, again, isn't as detrimental as we thought, especially with the ice rays, or the ice projectiles. We've got a hero access here, so I think we go up to Ignis, who I think we're a good matchup for. He's a circle that sort of comes in on us, and with our ever-spinning circular things, I think that would be okay. We have been producing enough, but I think I want this little buffer. Do I? What's our map look like? I think we defeat him without cause. We defeat him without issue. He might deal us some damage, but we do have a fire source. The issue is if he does happen to get into our wolf line, we don't do anything to him. Let's play it safe. Oh, it happened again. Yep, alright. We have to suspend and come back in. Pause for suspense. And we go back in. Again, I think we take this little buffer right here. Extra star stuff is nice, but it's not imperative. As our plan from earlier, we're going to take this one down here, and we're going to start our red fox production. Or red dog production. We have all we need for this. I keep forgetting that we have the relic that gives us more research, which is nice. We have the 3 for that, and I think... Do I want this blue conveyor? Does this help us? It would help get our ferries to the port. But I'm okay losing a little bit of efficiency there for the moment to make sure that we have enough ink to do everything that we need to do. Yeah, let's do that. But I also want this portal, so I'm going to take the research on this one, even though circles would be nice. All right. What do we want? I'm not going to lie. I might take that green and run that all the way over here. But then do I run a black right next to it all the way over here? I could build the hammer production here. I have a portal that I can take these squares that are all the way up there. Or actually, what am I doing? I have a square source right here that I'm not really tapping into. If I run the blacks around the outside. I don't remember exactly how fast the hammer production is. Every 2 seconds I get 1. Every... two seconds I get 1. So I would need 2 hammers to produce these at pace. Actually, 1 hammer produces 1 of these at pace. So I think that's what we're going to do. All right. Am I going to be able to get red fox production up and running? First off, let's get our mixers up and running. I just need mixers to get this blue. I just need so much light blue. What's the color called? Light blue. Okay. And then blue. Or cyan is what the C usually stands for. Okay. Oh, this just feels like such a waste of mana. Although by selling these, this gets us 80 back. Which is like 10, 20, a lot of pipes. Actually, by selling these, I think that actually is cost efficient to just run it from green all the way over there. So let's do that first, because that's going to be the most beneficial thing at the current moment, I think. Slow. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that part, but I did it. Okay. Let's just do 1 and 1. Where's the silver one? Wait. Where's the advanced dropper? Okay, note to self. Is it because when it automatically unlocks, it doesn't go through the sequence properly? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not intended. The question I just don't know is what caused it. But such is early builds. Not the end of the world. Oh, this feels so wasteful. Okay, so with this now being the case, we rework this too. So we need to leave one gap for the tunnel, for the bridge, which means we run this here. Every outside. Let's don't need that. And then we are going to run this up here. Give black plenty of space to make it out. And we're running this back in. We need to leave space there. And then from here, we run this here to there, there to there, there to there. Let's... It's not gonna work. Let's not worry about that for the moment. Let's run that as such. I think I might need to slow down again. Nope. Next there. There. Okay. To get black out, I'm going to have to make this bridge anyway, so it doesn't benefit me. Bridge. I do bridge here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I do 2 upgrades, that's not worth it. I think we bridge across here. It goes here, then it goes here. I don't think I need all of that. Bridge to that. Black comes over here. All right, motifs. What am I doing? You, I need you. I need to split. I need a lot of splitting. What am I doing? I need 2 of these to funnel into this. So I got my black. I need half the hammer, and then I need half the square and then the full square. At 200 production, I think we should have more than enough to supply 2 of these with 1 of these guys. Question is, do I build it here or do I build it here? Building it here obviously is going to cost more mana to get it working all around this. I wish I could remove this. If I did here, what do I do? I couldn't do the other one here. I'd have to go up. Which actually I'm not opposed to. Let's try this. Let's see what comes of this. You need to be broken up into this. I think it's going to be easier for the ink just to slip into this one right here, come up around into that right there. So if we did the cutouts in the center, because now that with this gap right here, we can do this. Ink comes to the outside. Now that I think about it, I really don't need. I only need that. So, how do I get... The real question is, how do I get this extra square over here? I think I need to move these forward just a little bit, just to make sure I have the space. Let's do that, just to make sure. Oh, let's just use the last slow. Because once I can get this production up and running, that's pretty much the end of the game. Because then the only upgrades that I can do is either by combining this element and this element together, which doesn't take as much work, or combining this element and our new Firefox element. Into each other is the only 2 final expansion trees. So that doesn't take nearly as much work as building out this whole elaborate setup for those Firefoxes in general. So, all right, so this goes here. And then another one just goes here? No, so this goes here. And I think this goes here. Ooh, this feels so wrong. It feels wrong, but I don't know what to do to make it better yet. All right. Black, square, 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 black, just to make sure that I'm not botching this horribly. Square, half square, black, cool. Makes star, okay. So we run these into, of course, no, that's right. Let's do it this way. Goes into there. Goes into there, goes into there. All right, that's the star. That's one thing down. Fortunately, all we need is circles, which we are going to unlock our second teleporter for, just to make that a little easier. One of the things to note for those of you that are unaware, now that I have this free teleporter right here, if I were to unlock this research right here, I would lose this teleporter, is one of the current things about this version. I don't know if that's meant as intended or if that is a feature, not a bug, but that is the current reality. Is if I were to finish this research right here, I would lose this one free teleporter. So I'm going to hold off on doing that until I get everything I need. Here's our red. One ink producer should be more than enough to do what I need for this. I'm going to do this in alignment, and then I'm going to teleport in my circles since they're so far away. So, break right here. 1, 2, 3. Unlock here. Divider. Space. Teleporter. Divider right here. Okay. Whoops. Alright, so. That goes there. We go into a divider. We need another divider. We need a teleporter. Into that. You go here. You go here. I don't know if this is one of those things where I need this gap. Let's be safe. I'll learn that eventually. Oh, I already built that. You simply run up. Connect, loop around, come up. I don't know if this is more cost efficient. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's the same. Anyway. Okay. So circles are coming in here. Stars are coming in here. Red's coming in here. Just to be clear, that is what I need. Circles, star, red creates a star into Firefox. Okay. So now that we've used up all of our free teleporters, with conveyor free teleporters, I am free to open that, which is not going to be very useful in this particular circumstance because is this not producing enough ink still? Did I mix something up? I haven't been producing any Firefoxes this round. Oh, thank God. I've just realized that we're only 2 seconds technically into the round despite all of this work I've done. So it's not much of a loss, but it does hurt just a little bit. Okay, so we can just take this in real time because I'm not going to have enough mana to fully build out this production. So I'm not going to do that. So star production, part production is going to be 2 seconds to produce this. This is 4 seconds. So one platform should be able to maintain 2 of these. Since I have 2 of these, theoretically, I should be able to do 4 Firefox productions. Once again, 4 seconds. Same as the Blue Fox. So 1 canvas of black dogs should be able to spot more than enough of the reds. So we're going to do the same sort of situation here to supply our red dog production. So, much like before, now that we don't have tons and tons that we need to worry about, let's produce enough space just to make sure we've got it. And we're going to speed up because, again, everything is more or less set in stone over here, unless there's a flaw that I missed. Circles are still underproducing because the squares are expanded. Looks like we've hit our stuff over here. We're going to try adding back these pipes to see if our production is now accurate. 67, 67. Nope. I needed that. I thought those were just extra pipes. Okay. Oh, I need to connect that. Thank goodness I wasn't producing yet. Okay. Looks like everything's good over there, so we're just going to build out these last 2 canvases. I'm shooting things again. I need to remember. And I forgot that everything's super big thanks to that last relic. Again, we're going to speed up. We're going to speed up a lot. Fortunately, once we can get this Red Fox production completed, we don't need to spend as much time building stuff, and we can just start speeding through things. So right here it is. Do we get the final spell, or do we get the final fox? The final fox. Oh, I didn't require revive. Okay, so this is the first time I've ever experienced Fenrir, so I don't know anything about him. Description: attacks with a fearsome roar, dealing damage to all enemies and stuns them. Okay. Not bad. He's a caster. He deploys and casts. What does he take? 8 seconds. 8 seconds. Each of these takes 4 seconds to produce. So they would double the speed of this, meaning 2 of these should produce 1 of these. No, lied. 1 of these should produce 2 of these. There we go. That's the math. Let's do it. It's either that or this, because this is the final spell. And don't get me wrong, Frost Laser sounds awesome, and it is awesome. But I know I didn't record it, but I have experienced the Frost Laser before, so I would like to see what Fenrir is all about, to see if he's actually worth all of the production that goes into him. And there may or may not be a Steam achievement for it, so let's do it. Do I need red? Is it worth the sacrifice? Is it worth the risk? I don't think I do. I don't think it's worth it. Straight up. No. Conveyors would be nice. But at this point, it's not in desperate need of it. Everything is built around not needing it. I don't need red, period, so there's no point in risking it. So. Let's get that circle production up. Just so we can make sure that things are smoothly flowing over here, because there seems to be some gaps already right there. And we could probably blue conveyor that up there. But let's finish building this out to see how much excess mana we have this particular round. Let me switch that around. That's bugging me for some reason. Anyway. Okay, building out red. We can do some Fenrir production here. These 2 right here can go into producing 4 on top of those 2, and then I would need to funnel black in, but I have a clear line of black from right here already. I will need to probably add some more droppers over there, but let's finish reds first. I don't have any more slow time, so we're just going to have to go fast. Portal. I can say I can lose this. Portal here, goes to here, portal there, goes to there. That doesn't need to be there anymore. Splitter. T's and R's get mixed up. All right. I need red into this. What is the easiest way to do red? No, I don't. I just need reds into this. I need black foxes and the stars. So we're good. I just need the splitters here. See what I have with the money before I start. Why aren't these producing? What am I missing? I'm an idiot. Ugh, there's so many things to keep track of in this game. Sometimes planning ahead by putting that teleporter down made me forget that I didn't actually put that up there. But it happens. Okay, 150. If I were to make 4 of these, that would be 600. Let's just start funneling red foxes into the portal for now. And I will build out all this infrastructure and make this transition once I'm assured that I have the appropriate funds. Okay. It's better to just sort of produce into the portal while I'm building out other infrastructures. So this is a gap right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. No, I'm not going to have enough money to get these actually up and running, so I'm just going to run in real time. So blue foxes. I think honestly a portal might just be easier instead of doing so much reconfiguration. But it's going to be better to portal the red dogs into the inner stuff. Which means this would go here. Followed by a bridge. So again, portal goes there. You would funnel into that, you would funnel into that. And then the black piping would just come in and easily connect all that. Excellent, cool. We're set for Fenrir's next level. Aim at the baddies. If we get a chance to level up, it wouldn't hurt to level up our ice shot since we are always producing. Okay. And that is what the skulls do. As you can see, the red orbs are circling around as well. Speed up just a little bit because doing all the other combats in faster motion makes this painfully slow. All right, we survive without issue. Fenrir is going to be interesting. It just looks kind of pretty. So much red and blue, the moon and the sun dancing with each other in the middle of combat. More choice in selecting hero rewards would have been very beneficial earlier, but not as beneficial now. I think we always defeat him if we take the hero. What would be the benefit? Well, you get the ice or the frost laser. We wouldn't be producing any excess. You know, again, this is Ascension 2. This isn't the most biggest deal. Let's just go down here and just be happy with Fenrir's. Again, I'm not in any desperate need of red, so let's just take the green. Call it a win. What's our research? Don't need this. Don't need this. I could just get a bunch of minions. And unlock this. I'm always going to take this. We're probably going to level up at least once more before the end of the game. Let's do this. This. Sure, what the heck. Okay. Let's finish this real fast. I don't have any slows at the moment, so I can't do that. I do now, haha! Literally, as I was saying it, I got my second slow. Let's do that for the moment. Pipe production is coming in hot. Nope, I need to do a bridge here so that this can move over here. Okay. I don't need to do that. It's wasted mana. Okay. We need to take this funnel there, this funnel there. And then we're portaling over here. Let's also build our outflows now so that I don't have to worry about that later. You guys work together, you guys work together, and you can do that. Let's do everything bog standard for now, and then upgrade it once I'm assured to have the money. Okay. Longer run time, but that's okay. Let's make it happen. We're all good. We're all good. And portals. Nope, not that one, this one. Okay, that's reds, blues, and black ink. Right? Just to be clear. Reds, blue, black ink. Cool. All right, Fenrirs are going to be in production. With that, we have 657 left, so let's just start upgrading conveyors. I don't need this anymore. Actually, I should probably focus on updating all of my blue, and I should be updating this. Produce a Fenrir for the first time. There we go. So happy. Ooh, this is the downside to running off an older computer. You lose some frames once things start getting hectic. All right, let's start slapping down some minions. Make sure all this production is good. I shouldn't do so much. One, two, three. Look. This is exciting, seeing Fenrir. Okay, now we've got some extra. All right, fully upgraded in that conveyor department. I'm fixing this. It really means very little at this point, but I'm doing it. And then once I'm done with this, admittedly, I'm pretty much just going to speed through the last build phase because this build is already good enough to get through the final boss. So the beauty of Ascension 2 is it's still not crazy difficult yet. Honestly, we should probably just speed up now. This is everything zipping towards the... Alright, let's see what Fenrir does. While also remembering to aim at things. I mean, the animation's awesome. Yeah, we are definitely... Oh, I forgot this is the mini-boss. Ooh, it took a little bit of damage, but that's okay. I'm gonna just say that I couldn't see him. Yeah, we're speeding up. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, Fenrir is pretty awesome. Do I think this Fox build can climb the Ascension Bridge? Or the Ascension Tree? Or ladder? Ladder is probably the best analogy. Metaphor. I think holy cow, that's so much damage. Only 60. 60 Fenrir more or less carried this entire battle. Did more than 90%. Once again, would have been helpful earlier, but that's the nature of the game. I mean, if only I could upgrade Fenrir. We are hitting level 2 ice shots. We are not hitting level 2 anything else. So let's just take this. And again, as I said, the last round, we're basically just going to speed through this because we are going to win. Oops. Let's just throw some more of these guys on. All the Fenrirs. Dude, Fenrir, I'm not going to lie. So between all of the ultimate creatures that I've experienced so far, do I think Fenrir is the best? The dragon is pretty good. Dragon's pretty strong. I haven't experienced any of the Minion Masters ultimate. No, I lied. I experienced one of them, the red ninja. I don't know if it was on this or before it reset. And of course I can't see it while I'm in Spellmaster. The going the thief, the ninja route. I did get to the red ninja at the end. I forget the name of it, but I did play him. Oops, this is the boss. Where is he? Just point at him. I shouldn't speed through this. We should enjoy this. Enjoy the utter defeat of the enemy. I'm not gonna lie, Fenrir might be one of the best. I think when it comes to Spellmaster, this dog build might be one of the strongest so far. I have some issues with the Mandrake and the Treant into the Dryad. It's not wonderful. And that's the boss. Gosh. It's so much damage. And that's it. That's an Ascension Level 2 run with the Spellmaster. Thank you very much for joining me. Again, if you would have done anything different, please let me know in the comments. If you think Fenrir is wonderful, let me know. I mean, only 103, and he did way too much damage. Yeah, this is cumulative. Just last 2 rounds, 130 Fenrir out-damaged the rest of my units for the entirety of the game. Which is ridiculous. Again, just to take a final look at the factory. What can I do better next time? Obviously, this is a little weird and wonky up here. I could probably have created this extra gap here. But at the same time, doing so allows for this little combination here, because at the end of the day, these final 6 are being supplied by these 2, so I need to make sure that those 2 are running into that. It doesn't look the prettiest, but it might just be the most efficient that I can think of at the current moment. Black Fox has worked out down there. Clearly, since I did this little roof right here, I could have saved a couple little squares over there, but again, that didn't cost too much in the end because those only cost 3 per square, and I'm clearly still raking in the money. Cool. Good game. Once again, thank you very much for joining me. Please like and subscribe now that I get to say that as an official content creator on YouTube. And again, please let me know what you thought. Tell me what you would have done differently, and thoughts on Fenrir. I am open to discussing the power level of Fenrir, but thank you very much.